May I pray for listing of a writ appeal which we have filed recently on 27th, if your lordship so pleases?
There should be difficult, I think, after vacation.
But there might be some difficulty before vacation if lordship's convenience, any day.
On the opening day of after vacation.
After.
Wait, please. I have a similar problem. We have filed a review petition.
Same.
I'm praying for listing on 26. We have some urgency, madam.
What urgency?
Regarding due to some incorrect observation made by the Honorable Division, we are now in contempt, madam. So on 26, madam. It's a simple issue, madam, regarding acceptance of a final report, madam. It's a small issue involved, madam, on 26th.
Okay.
Obligation.
Yeah, Mr. Lordship, for listing Lordship MD Tickle.
After vacation.
Meet your Lordship. Lordship, a similar matter has been listed for tomorrow, Lordship. After this writ appeal will be taken up tomorrow, Lordship, along with that writ appeal. It is listed as item number 8 tomorrow.
This connected.
Same, Lordship.
Okay.
Highly applied.
May it please, your lordship. Lordship, prayer for listing of a fresh writ appeal tomorrow.
After vacation.
Lordship, no, lordship, it's a contract matter. There's an interim order operating. My writ petition has been dismissed on 20th. So if the interim order is not operating, they will give the third party rights will come and they will give the contract to. That's why, lordship. Kindly tomorrow, lordship.
Okay.
Please, your lordship.
May it please. Lordship, may I pay for listing of I, Lordship, tomorrow, for it is to,
I for what?
I for implement. Lordship, what happened, Lordship, my subject, the result has not been declared. Other subject has been declared by yesterday, Lordship. Because they are the writ petition pending, therefore I submitted by.
No, IAS for what?
For implement on.
Well then,
Implement.
what we can
Hindi subject, Hindi.
witness.
Witness. Public.
Oh yeah. Oh. Right.
Item 1, 2, and 3.
Item 1, my lord, since long back it is pending, my lord, honorable single judge already passed order, my lord. It is pending from since long back, my lord. Already after the advertisement, one clause was published, my lord, whereby, my lord, subsequently they have, my lord.
No, but then Katania notice has gone or not?
Yes, well, notice has already been served upon all the respondents, madam. As per last office note, madam. Madam, kindly have the black, yellow flag, madam.
There is no discrepancies in the judgment. Subsequent decision, my lord.
Respondent. Yeah, for one.
Yes, my lord.
And two.
Regarding, madam, in item number 2, madam, Anupama Bora. In
No,
second,
respondent number 2.
3, yes, madam. They have already appeared, madam.
Oh, but where the council?
Today, my lord. Learned counsel is not there, my lord. But as regards the item number 2, my lord, there is a notice was not served upon 3 and 9. Now it has been served, my lord. Okay. The second file, my lord. So, my lord, fix it immediately after vacation, my lord, for admission, my lord.
Okay.
Let's take a.
Okay. Heard Mr. N.J. Katania and the counsel for the affairs in writ appeal 211. Also heard Mr. H. Das and the counsel for the responsible one. None appears for the respond number 2, despite filing of blood number. this after the summer vacation for question. The respondent. Oh, excellent. Excellent. Who's the respondent? And in the other one also?
Yes, Malad. In next item, 304,
304.
WA number.
And
Here, Malad,
okay.
notice upon the restaurant number 3 and 9 has been start, Malad.
Where the, by what method?
The Lavazima code order, Malad.
Learned constantly happen. Peruse the processings of the Lavazima code. They depend like the notice on the respondents. See and now shall be deemed to be. List after some of it is. For the issue.
Obliged.
Item 4.
Here, Malad, recently we have preferred a review application, Malad. Malad may take it after the vacation, Malad.
You appearing?
Yes, Malad, I'm appealing. I have recently filed my Kalat, Malad,
You appearing on behalf of?
on record number 2, Malad.
1, 2, and 3.
I have filed my Kalat for response number 2, Malad.
How about 1 and 3?
For 1 also, Malad, I can appeal, Malad. I'll file my Kalat for 1 also, Malad.
Heard Mr. K.U. Ahmed, learned counsel. Mr. N.G. Khatania, learned counsel, enters appearance on behalf of the respondents 1 and 3. And submits that the review petition is pending before this court against the judgment and order. Who is the order?
My lord, order at page 8, my lord.
Against the judgment and order dated 12/6/2023. Passed in Writ Appeal 365 of 2023. Accordingly, please this matter after the summer.
My lord, yet, I think, not filed,
We
no number
filed-
is there.
We have filed, Malad. His number has not.
Oh,
has not been registered.
it's not pending.
It's a
your
filing,
file.
it's a filing number, Malad.
And my lord,
Yes,
after
okay.
3 years.
It's a filing number, Malad.
That,
We filed on 6.
that the respondents have filed a review application. And the filing number is?
It's 7174/2025, Malad.
So,
After 4 weeks, Malad. So that we can.
after summer vacation, let it come, but we'll see.
Obliged.
Item 5.
May I please your lordships, delay of 14 days lordship that may be condoned, let the matter be posted for admission hearing.
Those are prior to this one also. Respondents are there. Private respondents are there, we have to hear them.
They have not contested the case.
Whatever it is, we have to at least serve for this issue notice. Third, Mr. F. E. Barfield is responsible for the applicant. Issue notice. Mr.
R. Gogol.
R. Gogol and the standing counsel,
Standing counsel PH.
PhD. Dates appears for the respond,
1, 3, 5, and 6.
notice. 1,
1,
3,
3, 5, and 6.
5, and 6. How about 2 P, Panchayat? MS, Pitapal and counsel appearing on behalf of S. Data appears for respondent.
7.
How about deputy commissioner? Mr. T.K. Sharma, no? T.K. Sharma and then additional no. Appears for the respondent. Applicant to take steps for service of notice on the opposite party 9, 10, and 11 by registered force AD within model. Yes, after 4 weeks.
Item 6, petition will stay.
My lord, in the earlier petition, we filed an IA. Then we withdrew it, my lord. Now we have filed another fresh case. My lord, at this stage, I am praying for a notice. And as directed by the Honorable Delhi High Court, my lord, let's file a status report on the transplantation of the trees. Delhi High Court order. Yes. এখন দিব নাকি? If your lordship would kindly come to paragraph 4, my lord, page 3. The applicant shall file an affidavit of a responsible officer indicating the status of the 26 transplanted trees that they are being taken care of along with 260 trees planted at the Sundar nursery. The said affidavit shall be filed within 2 weeks from the date of release of this order.
You are reading from this order?
My lord, this Delhi High Court's order, my lord. Third page, my lord. Paragraph 5, 1 and 2. Or I can read paragraph 5. my
Okay,
lord.
yes.
Given that the proposed projection pertains to expansion of Supreme Court building to accommodate additional courtrooms, including a dedicated constitutional court, as well as chambers for judges and essential facilities for lawyers and litigants, the present application needs to be allowed subject to certain conditions which are mentioned below. The applicant shall file an affidavit of a responsible officer indicating the status of the 26 transplanted trees that are being taken care of along with the 260 trees planted at Sundar nursery. The said affidavit shall be filed within 2 weeks from the date of release of this order. 2. The applicant shall furnish photographs after transplantation of 26 trees has been done so that the learned amicus curiae can see upkeep and maintenance of the said trees. So, my lord, state is taking a stand that they are transplanting it. Let them go it, but they will file a status report, my lord. And there is one more aspect, my lord. If your lordship would kindly come to the affidavit filed by the state in the PIL, that is at page number 33. It starts at page 33, my lord. Now, if your lordship would kindly come to page 37. 4 para 2. On the allegation raised on non-compliance of the order dated passed by the Honorable Court in PL number so and so, the deponent humbly begs to submit that in PL number 64 of 24 in the affidavit in opposition filed by Secretary to the Government of Assam Public Works Department, a specific statement was made. The deponent states that the matter was taken up at the highest level, and accordingly on 5/11/24, the Honorable Chief Minister has announced about realignment of the proposed flyover without affecting the two sides of the Digoli Pokuri pond and the trees standing therein. As per the proposal, the design of the flyover has been modified. And now one side of the bridge will start from Lamb Road Point at GNB Road, and the other side will start at GNB Road near Rabindra Bhavan Point, resulting both the banks of the Dighali and trees will not be affected in any manner. The realignment of the flyover has been decided and necessary survey and preparatory works are going on for the new design, and the same is not yet finalized. It is pertinent to reiterate in most categorical terms that not a single tree on the bank of Dighali will be affected under the modified design of the alignment of the proposed flyover in question. Meaning thereby, the state had made a categorical statement regarding the trees around Dighali Pond only, and the same cannot be read to be including the trees in the nearby areas, including GNB Road. The said clarification makes it clear the state has not violated the assurance made before the Honorable Court during the proceedings of DPL. Well, this affidavit was filed in the earlier IA, which was filed in the Milord closed PI. Now, in any case, we have filed the fresh writ petition after taking, leave from this Honorable Court. Now, all that I am trying to emphasize is, Milord, as per the revised design, one side will start in the Lamb Road and the other side will end at Milord near Rabindra Bhavan. Now, my lord, in the new exercise, they are also proposing to uproot about 23 numbers of trees from the museum premises. My humble submission is, my lord, when you are stopping at Rabindra Bhavan, why should you travel beyond that? And there are 23 number of trees. And that is just opposite, my lord, Dighali tank. So my prayer is, my lord, at least, my lord, till they respond to the petition, my lord, at least the museum trees should not be affected. Let the matter be called immediately on reopening, my lord. And they will file a status report regarding the health of the trees which have been transplanted. Because we can show one photograph, my lord. Now, Lordship knows the required equipments to, my lord, transplant trees are not available with the state of Assam. I don't think, my lord, whether it is available in Delhi also, I have my doubt. In any case, now some trees these are very young ones, my lord. Those are transplanted in Textile Institute campus. Now see, my lord, they are dying. On the right hand side, the two trees, these are all transplanted trees. These are dying, and these are small ones. And the experts say, my lord, mature trees, hardly there is any scope of survival. Anyway, these are issues concerning, my lord, environment. Therefore, my lord, we have brought to your lordship's notice.
So far as 23 number of trees in the museum, if lordship is pleased to look at our affidavit. Page in the PIL also, page 36. It starts from page 30. It starts from page 35. The allegations of tree being cut around Dighali Pond is completely false and baseless allegations. The actual facts are such that the construction of the elevated corridor project, a partly named DIMC, has been engaged only to translocate the existing trees on the side of GNB Road from ATP office to Rabindra Bhavan and not around the Dighali as alleged by the applicants. The details of the number of trees identified for translocation, we have identified 100 numbers, both big and small. Small trees are, the description is given, and total trees for translocation is 77 numbers out of 100. And what is this 23? Why 23 is left out? Lordship will see the existing trees in front of AGP office 7, Guwahati University campus 6. There's a Guwahati University campus in the GNB Road also. Startup, that is the next to the textile, 2 numbers big, Pragjutika 4, Textile Institute 29, 14 bigs and 15 small, Jagaran not required, Press Club not required, Archaeology, 9 numbers big, Robindra Bhavan 20 numbers, 10 big, 10 small, and museum 23 numbers optional. As we have realigned the whole project, the design of the flyover has also been redone. So as an abundant caution, these 23 numbers were identified when the assessment was done as an abundant caution. Now I have specific instructions from the executive engineer this morning also. There is no requirement of touching this. So we have not touched it as an abundant caution. So this is not for the PIL we are doing it. It was already decided not to go as an abundant caution. We have identified, we have not. Yes, so Lordship may record that as per the telephonic instructions received from the executive is, and my statement may
So
be.
you are not touching the 23.
We are not, because unnecessarily we are not going to do anything. Had it been required, we would have done it. But realignment design now, it does not, it has no requirement of removing or touching these 23 numbers. So this initially also assessment also, we have given the word optional here. So that first prayer has become redundant. Now, whether Lordship would like to monitor the translocation. If Lordship is pleased to look at that decision of the Delhi High Court judgment, what is the foundation of that case? There is a fundamental difference here. Paragraph 1. This is an application filed by CPWD, represented through its executive engineer, seeking permission of this court to transplant 26 number of trees to carry out the project work, namely expansion of Supreme Court building for creating additional courtrooms, including constitutional court, chambers of judges, and facilities for lawyers and litigation. So the department came before the court seeking permission. In that situation, the court said that we are giving you permission, but you give us a status report. Here it is not that case. Our law is well equipped. If we have to remove or if we have to cut one tree, there should be a plantation of 10 numbers. In Jew Road flyover also, we removed about 200 trees there. We cut, there was no translocation. This is the first time we are trying to do it. And it is a success story. If they want to have any academic discussion or academic research part, they can, without resorting to this PIL also, they can do it. They can monitor if they are so interested about ecological balance and everything, they can do it. For that, a PIL and court's time may not be used. Number one. And number two, as they are saying that Assam, there is no such agency who can do this. So we have invited an agency from Delhi, which we have disclosed in our earlier affidavit. If Lordship knows, in Assam Bhavan in Delhi, there were 2 trees. Those were transshipped. We have another classic example of Assam. If Lordship remembers, there is a mosque at the middle of the road from Nagaon towards Jorhat at Purani Gudam. These kind of agencies remove the whole mosque and place it another place. So these are routine affairs, and for that, whether public interest litigations are required or not. Suppose we do not want to do transshipment or translocation. We could have removed, easily cut the trees also. But for that purpose, whether those trees survive or not, there is definitely an interest of everybody. But for that, a PIL is not required. If somebody wants to remain in the limelight, then I have no reply to that. But whether a PIL is required for that purpose, and this case which they are taking recourse to of the Delhi High Court, it is very clearly said that the Public Works Department, Central Public Works Department, moved the court seeking permission to transship certain number of trees. And in even for construction of this building also, where we are now doing the cases, there are so many trees here. If Lordship remember, when Justice Meera Sharma's residence was here, all along there were trees. All these trees were removed. It is a situation where we have to go for sustainable development. If we are cutting one tree, then we have to plant 10 numbers, 1:10. That is the ratio as per the regulations and rules of 2020, which is applicable in the state of Assam. And last year we have invested, the government of Assam has invested 6 crores rupees, more than 6 crores rupees for plantation of trees. That is regarding this, for replacing the trees. And there is already a scheme going on in the state of Assam for planting 1 crore number of trees all across the state. So all these figures are there, but in appropriate case, we'll place all these figures. But why they have filed the earlier petition? They have taken recourse to falsehood. They said that we have violated. Now, when my learned senior friend was reading, he left out the subsequent 4 lines. Why subsequent 4 lines were? Whether Lordship will allow this kind of petitions to go forward. Now, just now, once this paragraph was said, yes, page 38. I'm reading from about 10 lines from below, meaning thereby that the state has made a categorical statement regarding the trees around Digholi Pukhuri Pond only, and same cannot be read to be including the trees in the nearby areas, including GNB Road. The said clarification makes it clear that the state has not violated the assurances made before the Honorable Court during the proceedings of PIL number 64 of 2024. Thus, the allegations made in the instant interlocutory application that the order dated 13/11/2024 passed by the High Court in PIL so-and-so has been violated, not complied, is an incorrect allegation, and in all probability an attempt made to mislead the Honorable Court with ulterior motive. So when they first came, they said that we have cut trees or translocated trees from Digholi Pukhuri. When we pointed out that it is not done there with the whole figures, including the identified trees also, now they are shifting their goalpost. So are they playing with the Honorable Court just to remain in the public limelight? So my humble submission is that Lordship may record my statement that 23 number of trees, what is shown as an optional scope of removing of trees, our final instruction is that it is not going to be touched because it is not required. Unless it is required, we are not going to touch a single leaf also. Forget about tree. In some trees, there has to be some trimming, but so far as this 23 number of trees which are falling within the premise of the museum, it is not required. We are doing the realignment, so we have protected that part. And so far as the other part, we are transshipping the trees from that place to some other places. Some will be planted in Digholi Pukhuri area, some are near the riverfront in Lachit Ghat, and some are within the campus. We are removing, just like the light post. We have to realign the light post also. So these are necessary things. And whether this Honorable Court, just to keep somebody in public glare, allow this PIL to continue. That is my humble submission at this stage. I leave it to this Honorable Court, and Delhi High Court's case is not applicable here. Simple.
My lord, Central Public Works Department had the courtesy to take leave. Here also similar leave could have been prayed for. I can say only that much. And if somebody considers this litigation to be an adversarial, I've got nothing further to submit. If somebody considers this, I'm repeating, this litigation as adversarial litigation, I have absolutely nothing to submit. The height of everything will. Is it a case where somebody should construe it to be an adversarial litigation?
This in page 28,
Yes,
when the PIO was disposed of,
yes.
one observation was made in the last para.
Needless to say,
Yeah.
if in future petitioner in a vigilance feels, exactly. There is already a liberty given.
No. That the stand taken in the affidavit by the state is not adhered to.
No, my lord. Question is, earlier when the PIL was filed, it was regarding the trees around Digholi Pukhuri tank. Now the state started uprooting the trees and cutting it. Only when hue and cry was raised and when this court intervened, then they, anyway, beloved, then at least good sense prevailed and they had taken a call that we are not going to touch these trees. Now, these trees in the museum are just across the road. And in front of, Rabindra Bhavan Milord, it is hardly about 20 feet. So it was in that context this petition was moved, IA was moved. Then this honorable court said, why file it's a disposed of matter, might as well file a fresh case. And my lord, look at this liberty. Needless to say, if in future petitioner or any other vigilant citizen feels that the stand taken in the affidavit by the state is not adhered to, he or she may approach this court by an appropriate proceedings. My lord, we are not trying to find fault with the affidavit. Question is, this transplanting, that itself is a subject matter of this litigation, my lord. Now, whether they have got the means and ways and means to, resort to transplantation, Assam government is not even a party to that expert committee. Let a body of experts, my lord, look into this matter. Let some experts look into this matter. Neither my friend nor we are experts, my lord. We feel, yes, we also know sustainable development is a new mantra.
One thing the AG has said,
Yes.
that is so far as the 23 trees
That they are not going to touch.
in and around the museum area.
No, Lord, since they themselves said it is optional, therefore we had an apprehension that they might touch. Now, since a specific statement has been made to that extent, we have got no, my lord, grievance. That's okay. To the extent of 23, nothing is required. But, my lord, what about the status? You have resorted to a practice to which you are not used to. My lord, for these heavy machineries are required. In many of the Western developed countries, they do not have.
Transplantation part.
We are on the transplantation part.
We'll do one thing. We'll direct you to file a status report with regard to the transplanted list along with
Absolutely.
photographs.
No difference.
And after, if you are satisfied, we'll close the PI.
Yes, yes.
No issue. I think
Let it come on Friday. I will file by tomorrow.
by Friday.
Yes, by Friday. We are not shirking off our responsibility.
But Mr. Ken Chowdhury, the senior counsel, assisted by Mr. V. Rajpura, the counsel for the petition. Stop. Para. The petitioner had earlier approached this court by filing PIL number 64 of 2024, alleging that the state respondents have decided to construct two arms, i.e. Tayapala Road, within bracket 390 meter, and West Dikhalipukri Road, within bracket 250 meter, connecting the under construction elevated corridor of the road on GNP Road from RB office in Ambari to FCI Gotan in Nunmat. Stop. It was further alleged in the said PIL that on account of the construction of the above referred two arms, the old trees aged about 100 years or more in and around the Kalipupri pond are required to be felled down. Stop. And thousands of residents of Guwahati who are concerned about the environment are protesting against the action of the respondents for felling the trees, which are 100 years old or more than that. Stop. But the Secretary to the Government of Assam Public Works Department, Dispur, Guwahati. File an affidavit stating that the matter was taken up at the highest level on 5/11/2024. And the Honorable Chief Minister has announced about realignment of the proposed flyover without affecting the two sides of the Kaliputhi pond and trees standing around. Recording the statement made in the said affidavit, the PIL number 64 of 2024 was disposed of on 13/11/2024 with the following observations. Stop. Page 28. Stop. The present PIL has been filed by the petitioner alleging that the respondents are trying to transplant 23 numbers of matured trees located opposite the Tikali pond in the Assam State Museum. And that the transplantation of the trees at the Ambari and Tikali area requires to be monitored by appointing a tree officer. Stop. Para. Mr. D. Saike Leonard, Advocate General Assam, submits on instructions that the 23 numbers of trees located in and around the Assam State Museum would not be touched in view of the realignment design. Stop. Para. He also submits that he would file an affidavit showing the status of the transplanted trees, translocated trees, along with the photographs. Stop. The prayers allowed. List on. You want it on Friday?
Yes, Lordship. We'll file it by Thursday morning. We'll file it.
27.
Only received instructions, telephonic instructions, let word me from the executive engineer.
Instructions.
Concerned
on
executive.
instructions by telephonic
From the concerned executive engineer.
from the concerned executive.
Highly applicable.
Deeply.
Item 12.
Why I took so What is this? Oh. Oh, 15. Yes. Yes, please.
May I have the your lordships? Your lordship being agreed by the order dated 30/4/2025.
Page.
Your lordship at page 22, your lordship.
There are two page numbers.
Order dated, your lordship, 22, your lordship, annexure 1. Order dated 30/4/2025, your lordship.
Annexure 2.
Annexure 1, your lordship.
Annexure 1.
Page number 22, your lordship.
The page number. Okay.
Your lordship, This is a second petition round of litigation that has been after the opinion of the Honorable High Court. Your Lordship, the petitioner has appeared before the learned tribunal, and he was directed to file his supporting document in form of affidavit and all, Your Lordship. On 26/9/2024, Your Lordship, the petitioner has appeared along with DW2
Okay,
to
we'll call for the records.
Your Lordship, as there is an urgency, Your Lordship, in this matter, because tomorrow is the matter fixed in the tribunal, Your Lordship. And stay may be required, Your Lordship, because otherwise the matter will be proceeded, Your Lordship.
Yeah, please, Lordship. Lordship, the impugn order hearing, that is, my learned friend had referred to page 22. Here, the case is that after the order passed by the Honorable High Court, they approached the learned tribunal. There they had prepared an application for further adducing further evidence of DW2.
What is the
But
order
see-
passed by the High Court?
High Court, there are two orders. First, Your Lordship may kindly come to the review order starting at page 150. 154, and I would like to take your lordships to page number 160.
One,
Order starts from 154 and 154 the review order.
158, Your Lordship.
158. Page 160, may I read your lordships? By the order dated 3/5/2023 in WBC number 3470/2022, upon arriving at conclusion that the materials produced before the court had not been appreciated and examined by the learned fairness tribunal number 2 in the manner required under the law, the matter was remanded back to the tribunal for a fresh consideration, particularly to examine the voter list of 1966, 1970, 1977, and 1985. So the matter was remanded on the specific and limited purpose of examining this voter list, Lordship. But when they appeared in the tribunal, they have taken I would not like to use the word advantage, but they had preferred an application to reopening the evidence of the DW2. But the order of the High Court was for the limited purpose to examine this voter list, Lordship. Therefore, nothing wrong in the order impugned here in Lordship, and this writ petition is required to be dismissed, Lordship.
May, Your Lordship.
one minute. The direction was given to examine the voter list,
Yes, Lordship.
66, 70, 77, and 85. That's all.
That's all, Lordship.
So
Your Lordship, to corroborate the evidence adduced by the
how
petitioner.
how will you reopen?
We have not reopened, Your Lordship. Already.
You are reopening it.
We have only prayed, Your Lordship, and which was rejected only on one ground, that the name and address of the DW2 has not been mentioned and reason for adducing his evidence, Your Lordship. The ground of rejection is on.
You filed a review also, isn't that?
Yes, Your Lordship.
Then what happened to the review?
Your Lordship, when the petitioner was declared as a foreigner by order dated 27/3/2029, Your Lordship, a writ petition has been preferred before this honorable court, Your Lordship, and it was remanded back, Your Lordship, to Your Lordship, I may be allowed to read the relevant portion of the order dated, Your Lordship, which is Annexure 3, Your Lordship, of page 50, Your Lordship.
Page 50.
Page 50 is your liquidation.
51, your lordship. 50 is the order, your lordship. 151, your lordship.
51.
Hmm.
151, your lordship.
Comes to page 53, the direction.
Yes, your lordship. The tribunal to pass a reason upon doing the needful, the petitioner, I may be allowed to read the paragraph 5, your lordship.
That's
Of
what we're.
153, your lordship, page. In view of the above, we remanded back the matter to the Foreigners Tribunal number 2 to examine the aforesaid voter list of 1966, 1970, 1977 and 1985 of the village Kuptimari, your lordship. The state respondent in the Home Department through the SP Morigaon may make their own verification as to whether the Aklina so-and-so Musi or the voter list of 1965 and Aklin Ali of the voter list of so-and-so are one and the same person, as well as to whether Subed Ali of the voter list of 1965 and the petitioner procedures are one and the same report upon submitted report before the tribunal. Upon doing the needful, your lordship, the tribunal to pass a reason order, your lordship. It a reason order to be passed in favor of the petition to sell, the same shall prevail over the earlier opinion dated 27/3/2019, case number FTC 97 of 2009. And if it is against petitioner, consequently under law shall follow. The petitioner appear before the tribunal on 03 July 2023 till the reason order is passed. No coercive action taken against the petitioner, your lordship. And thereafter, your lordship, again an ILA has been filed, your lordship, which is the order of the IA is at page 154, your lordship.
That is for continuation of delay.
Yes, your lordship.
Then what happened in the continuation of delay for filing the review?
Yes, your lordship.
Then that was condoned.
Yes, your lordship.
Then review was filed.
Madam, kindly show us where you have been allowed to reopen the matter by the coordinated bench of this court. Which order? We have read both the orders. The order
Yes,
that
your
has been
lordship.
reviewed as well as the order passed by the relief petition. Where is
Your
the order?
Your lordship, when it was
By which, where is the direction? Can you show it to us? Kindly show it to us. Which page there is a direction of the court for addition any fresh evidence?
it was not, your lordship.
Then if it is not there, it's not there.
Then
We have applied for review also.
Yes,
Review
your-
also specified.
yes, your lordship.
Where is the illegality on the part of the tribunal?
Your lordship, only to corroborate with the
Where is that found?
yes, your lordship.
how can you reopen the matter? when the direction is only specific to verify the voter list
Yes, sir.
of 4 years. You want a dismissal order or you want to withdraw the restriction? That's the whole thing.
Withdraw.
Huh?
Then withdraw, your lordship.
You want to withdraw? Let's withdraw. MS
Ndeka, your lordship. Ndeka.
and Deca, Leonard Council. For the petitioner, praise for withdrawal of this. Mr.
N Pathak,
N. Pathak, Leonard Standing Council,
yeah, foreigner matters.
Home Department. Appears for the respondents,
And then
all respondents. No. Union MS LDV, Leonard CGC appears for the respond number 1. Mr. Pathak, Leonard,
2 and 6.
Leonard Standing Council, government advocate, is it?
No, 2 and
Standing Council.
Respondent number 2 and 6.
Home Department appears for 2, 6 and 7. And Payang,
I'm appearing for respondent number 4.
okay, Payang, Leonard Standing Council. NRC appears for respondent 4 and Mr. DK Sharma. Then the additional semi-government advocate appears for the respondents 5. Huh? Stop. Petitions dismissed. On withdraw.
At 7, admission without stay.
May please the lordship. This petition has been filed with a grievance that in the Guwahati city, there has been, my lords, indiscriminate displacement of hoardings and billboards on the streets and the my lord, dividers, thereby causing some serious inconvenience, my lord, and help, my lord, the hazardous situation in Guwahati. In fact, the petitioner has earlier filed a PIL in the year 2016. During the course of hearing in that case, the Guwahati Municipal Corporation has produced a notification, a policy guideline for draft notification of policy guideline 2017.
Okay.
And they have submitted that it required government approval for finalization. But this Honorable Court has directed, my lord, the order is at page 25. The relevant person may kindly have a look at page 26, the last but one paragraph. It is noted like, my lord, in view of the aforesaid statement, we direct the Guwahati Municipal Corporation to immediately forward the draft notification policy guidelines 2017 to the state government for its due consideration and final notification. We also direct that final notification shall be published positively within 6 weeks from today, and the Guwahati Municipal Corporation shall ensure strict compliance of the policy guideline 2017. Well, so far in function, this has not been given final effect.
What's the point of filing this? Well, huh? No.
My lord. My lord,
There's a direction given already in
my
the
lord,
first place.
that was, my
Now,
lord,
what's the point of filing this PIL?
2018, my lord. And in the meantime, nothing has been done, not because of the long lapse, my lord, we consider to file a fresh one. Because of long lapse, my lord, they are assuring that they will do the needful, but they have done nothing, my lord. My lord, mischievous activities going on so far, my lord, fixing the billboards and hoardings in hazardously, my lord. So those things are going on. Let them come and file affidavit, my lord, in this case.
What affidavit will they file? They'll file the same affidavit that they have.
My lord, this policy guideline has not been given effect. Whether they have given effect or not, that should be ensured, my lord. My lord, we have to come, my lord, we should come and my lord, in a contempt proceeding. But we have been assured that they will do the necessary things and it requires time. This way, my lord, time has elapsed, my lord. Therefore, we came in a fresh.
2018 matter. Been slipping over here.
My lord, we have pursued the authority.
But
But
keep on pursuing, going come to court. What's the point of having the PL? You had other alternative remedies.
My lord.
You didn't avail those remedies.
My lord, remedy is, my lord, in a contempt proceeding, my lord.
We're not saying anything.
Then, my lord, what contempt, what remedy, alternative remedy, my lord? We have brought to the notice of this honorable court, if lordships, my lord, considered otherwise, my lord, we have nothing to, my lord, say, my lord.
Yes, Nayak.
As Lordship has pointed out, one direction is definitely there, Lordship. And even till now, Lordship, whatever we are doing, Lordship, on the basis of this draft policy. But
You have not finalized the policy.
till now, it has not been notified. Why it was not notified, Lordship? In between, Lordship, due to change of officer, this draft policy was subsequently amended also. And so far as my latest knowledge is concerned, Lordship, that notification, that policy has already been finalized. Presently, it is before one committee, Lordship. Once it is approved by the committee, it will be forwarded to the government for final approval, Lordship, and then it will be notified. So it is not that we are doing nothing, Lord.
Then you file a status report of the
Yes,
steps
Lordship,
that you take.
it can be done. Lordship.
Okay, Mr. A.R. Shikdal and the counsel for the petitioner. Stop. The petitioner had earlier approached this court by filing PIL number 4 of 2016, alleging that due to the indiscriminate placement of hoardings and billboards on the streets and dividers of the Guwahati roads, alleging indiscriminate and dividers of the Guwahati roads. Stop. A further stand was taken that there's no proper guidelines regarding placement of hoardings and billboards in Guwahati. Stop. During the pendency of the said PIL, it was stated before this court that the Guwahati Municipal Corporation has published a draft notification in the name of, within inverted comma, Guwahati Outdoor Advertisement Policy Guidelines, 2017, for inviting objections from public at large. Stop. It was also stated that despite waiting for the however, no objection has been received from anyone against any provision of the policy guidelines of 2017 and stuff. Accordingly, the said PIO was disposed of, directing the Guwahati Municipal Corporation to immediately forward the draft notification of policy guidelines, 2017 to the state government for its due consideration and final notification. Stop. This court also directed that the final notification shall be published positively within 6 weeks from the date of the order. Stop. The present PIL has been filed, alleging that despite expiry of more than how many years
Well, this order was passed on 2018, it's about 7 years.
More than about 7 years. The state government is yet to publish, is yet to notify the policy guidelines. Is yet to notify the final policy guidelines, 2017. Stop. Para Mr. Pinayak, Leonard, additional
School number 4 and 5.
appearing on behalf of the respondent number 4 and 5, submits that what you have done some modification.
Initially, the policy was already there. Subsequent modifications have also been made, but till now it has not been notified, Lord.
Okay, that the said Guwahati outdoor advertisement policy guidelines, 2017, was subsequently modified and subsequently modified, however, the said modified guidelines is yet to be finalized. Stop.
That is one, Lordship. Secondly, Lordship, as this PIL is a continuation of the earlier one, Lordship. In the earlier one, the issue was limited to the areas under Guwahati Municipal Corporation. But in this case, he's trying to expand the scope, Lordship, to other urban areas of the state.
That we'll consider on the next day. Stop. Learned Additional Advocate General Assam shall file a status report with regard to the modified version of the Guwahati Outdoor Advertisement Policy Guidelines of 2017. Released after 6 weeks. 4 weeks? 6 weeks.
Deep lovely.
Obliged.
Item 8 and 9.
With pleasure, Sir Lordship. Lordship, we have received an affidavit from respondent 2, 3, and 6. And we would like to file affidavit in reply to that, Your Lordship.
In fact, my lord, the grievances which was raised in this, my lord, bail, that has been redressed. There was some allegation for my lord not having the, my lord, Anganwadi center. And there was an inquiry made at the behest of the, my lord, government. And report was submitted, and as per the said report, there are 3 Anganwadi centers which are required and others are not filled. On the basis of that, my lord, the relocation of Anganwadi center as per direction of the central government has been done. That is the affidavit which has been filed recently, my lord. And
when did you file it?
Circumstances, my lord, nothing is remain in this PIL.
When did you file your PIL affidavit?
My lord,
Affidavit on 19th they have filed, Your Lord.
1906.
1906. 2, 3, and 6. Who's 2, 3, and 6?
Yes, Your Lord.
Please come to para 11 at page 12.
Yes, Your Lord.
Prayer is up to that extent. The such Anganwadi centers have already been established at Pitapur subdivision or not?
Anganwadi center has not been set up yet. Your Lordship. They have just sent a proposal to the central government, and central government, Lordship, may kindly see page 249, Your Lordship. To the affidavit that they have filed. Page 249.
That is pending before the central government?
Central government have directed them to reassess this survey, Your Lordship.
Lordship, may kindly
Direction
see
is
the
that-
annexure A, page 154 of my latest affidavit. 254. 254. By which, my lord, after filing of this PIL, an enquiry was made. And on the basis of which, my lord, 3 Anganwadi center are required. Admitting the position of the, my lord. Yeah,
Whether has been established.
yes, my lordship may kindly say thereafter that 3 Anganwadi center,
265.
Billboard, Jorhat district. Then, my lord, that was communicated to by the director to the, my lord, principal secretary to the government of Assam for necessary approval. Then your lordship may kindly come to page 260. Proposal for establishment of 3 numbers of new Anganwadi center in the uncovered areas in respect of PIL number 39/24. Page 260. With reference to the subject cited above, I am directed to enclose here with a proposal regarding establishment of 3 numbers of Anganwadi center in the uncovered areas in respect of PIL 39/24. As received from the Director, Women and Child Development Department, but later under reference. Further, it may kindly be noted that Ministry of Women and Child Development in Government of India has considered 60 numbers of non-operational Anganwadi center as deemed surrendered by letter number so dated 29/11/2023. In view of the above, you are requested to consider the establishment of 3 numbers of new Anganwadi centers in the uncovered areas of Rangajan, Kharkotia Revenue Circle under Kharkotia grant from the said deemed surrendered Anganwadi center as mentioned below. Name of the district, my lord, Jorhat, and my lord, name of the ICDS project, Billboard, Rangajan 3 number line and jungle line. Then my lord, Rangajan 5 number line and 3 Kharikotia 10 number sword. These are 3 Anganwadi centers which was required as per report submitted by the district officer, my lord. Then, my lord, one letter we have received, that is page 262 from the central government. Last paragraph, I would like to read this letter, my lord. In view of the above, the state is requested to reassess their actual requirement, taking into account the analysis made by ministry as per the position tracker data filled up by the functionaries of WCD working under the control of the state government. After such an exercise is completed, then the state government can take a decision to rationalize or relocate their Anganwadi center accordingly. The guidelines related to the relocation of Anganwadi center already been conveyed to all the states by this ministry's letter dated 1/12/2014. However, the same are attached again for your kind perusal or further action. Thereafter, on the basis of the letter, on my lord 2/6/2025, an extra page 264 letter has been issued. Setting up Anganwadi center in connection with PIL number so-and-so. With reference to the subject cited, I am directed to enclose here with a copy of letter number so-and-so dated 29/5/2025, received from the Ministry of Women and Child Development Government of India regarding reassessment of actual requirement of Anganwadi center and their rationalization or relocation thereof.
So please
Relocated, last page, my lord.
that's the approval given.
Yes.
Now the Director of Women and Child Welfare has to establish it.
Yes.
It has been established.
Yes, my lord, that has been, my lord, the approval letter is last letter, my lord, that 260.
Approval.
Yes.
But the PUC on that notice.
relocated to these two villages or not? That process is going on. As per that. This is on, my lord, 10th of June 2013. The process of relocation. It will be done.
It is
Since
on,
it is
it
approved.
is on process as per. Content.
That is why I am saying, my lord, so far this PIL is concerned, grievances has already been raised.
No grievances in the sense that the approval only has been given.
My lord.
Now, whether the relocation has been done,
That process is going.
that we
on.
like to
Whether
see
it has
after
been
the
approved,
relocation is done, then we can close the PIL.
That can be done.
Okay, heard, mister?
Your lordship is closing the PI.
No. I Chakma Learned Council for
SK Chakma.
SK Chakma Learned
Yes, sir.
Council. Stop. Para. We have perused the affidavits filed by the respondent number 2, 3, and 6. Particularly, Annexure F within bracket page 265, which is a letter dated 10 June 2025, written by the Joint Secretary to the Government of Assam, Women and Child Development Department, and addressed to the Director, Women and Child Development Assam, whereby approval of the government for relocation of Anganwadi senders to the uncovered areas under Titapar ICDS project has been conveyed. Stop. But before closing the PIL, this court would like to assert as to whether the relocation of the Anganwadi centers in the uncovered areas under Titapar ICTS project has been actually done. Stop. The respondents 2, 3, and 6 are therefore directed to file an affidavit showing the relocation of the Anganwadi centers under the uncovered areas under Titapar ICTS project. Please, after
My lord, after 3 weeks.
3 weeks. By then, if you relocate it, then we'll close the PIL.
Yes, sir.
That's why I've said before closing the
fine.
PIL, we want to see.
Lordship may mention 3 numbers of Anganwadi.
Okay, 3 numbers of Anganwadis.
Your lordship, there is.
Okay, 3 numbers of Anganwadi senders. It
Yes, 255, my lord, names are. 255. There is a start.
at Rongajan 3 number line, correct?
Yes.
Yes, your lordship.
Comma Rongajan 5 number line
Yes.
and Karikotia 10 number what?
Of Titapar ICDS.
Of
Your
Titapar
lordship, your lordship, they have not filed any affidavit in PIL 72. That is the.
So far, PL
Second number.
72 is concerned, my lord, this is not similar, that this is
They
different
are
matter.
kind of similar, your lordship. This
Different
also
matter.
relates
My
to
lord,
the implementation of ICDS.
Okay, Mr. DK Sharma, an additional senior counter advocate, is also allowed 3 weeks time to file affidavit in PIL number 72 of 2024.
Yes, official, they have filed their affidavit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You filed your. What did they say? Okay, make it 4 weeks since vacation is.
So,
This-
my lord, item number, my lord,
List
PL
of- That will consider after you file your
My
affidavit.
lord.
Deeply obliged.
Second PL, they have made a specific file. There is an inquiry required, my lord. That is why some time is required, my lord.
Need to respond whether to file this interest.
There is an inquiry is going on to establish the fact, my lord. Obviously.
10 and 11.
What is this? What is?
May I please, your lordship? Your lordship, we need some time to file for a reply affidavit against the affidavit filed by the respondent.
Which respondent?
Respondent number 5 is filed in item number 10.
And item 11?
Your lordship, both has to come together, your lordship. So if both the matters may be
Okay, MS
as the
is the learned counsel for the petitioner. Praise for how much time?
2 weeks, your lordship.
To file, praise for 2 weeks time to file reply to the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent number 4 in PIL number 2 of 2025. Huh? Praise allowed list after the summer vacation.
Item 30.
Please, your lordship. The last occasion, my lord, my senior was directed to place instruction, my lord, in regard to the advertisement and number of posts.
We got my instructions around including the reserve posts, there are around 885 posts in total. What instructions? Here, my lord, I'll just wait. The matter can be taken up immediately after the vacations. I have my affidavit clarified that time. So the matter was. Yeah, you file it. Their contention is that we have given the opportunity of contesting to the
Graduate science teachers.
graduate science teachers for the post of headmasters. Oh, that rule is under challenge. That rule is under that provision. They wanted that the arts graduate teacher should come in. Okay. My instruction says there is no such post in the MEMP, MEN. First to RM Dekar, Learned Council. Mr. R. Majumdar, Learned Standing Council, School Education Department. Is allowed for 2 weeks. It's allowed 4 weeks time. 3 weeks. 3 weeks will do. 3 weeks time to file affidavit. Stuff. List after 3 weeks.
May pay for a date, my lord, on 29th.
Date immediately after the vacation will be
My
very
lord,
difficult.
But if the, my lord, the selection process has been finalized, my lord, then our petitions will become infructuous, my lord.
28th July.
Months. 28th of July.